Good morning, everyone. This is teaching from Wat Pa Tham Baw by พระอาจารย์อเนก based on the teaching of หลวงพ่อปราโมทย์ปาโมชโช about Jittanupassana. Today we will learn about the breath. Is in the topic of the Kayanupassana. Meditation on the breath is the ideal way to get started with mindfulness training. Breathing is our most constantly repeated physical action. The mind can always return to the breath as an object of focus because it is always with us. We don't need to be taught to breathe, nor do we need long experience with meditation to place our attention on the breath. The breath is also our life force. No organ in the body can function without the supply of oxygen we can get from the cycle of breathing in and breathing out. Moreover, breathing is not exclusive. Living beings differ in appearances and behavior. They eat various kinds of food. They sleep in many types of beds. But all living beings breathe. Breathing does not differentiate among Buddhists, Christians, Hindus, Sikhs, Jews, Muslims, and Zoroastrians, nor does it distinguish between rich and poor, capitalists and socialists, or conservatives and liberals. For that matter, when we focus on the breath, we become mindful of the universal nature of all being. Although we have been breathing our entire life until we pay attention to the process, we do not know what is really happening. But when we focus on the mind on the breath, we discover everything related to the breath. Training in this way is essential to our peace of mind and spiritual progress that the Buddha recommends that everyone practice meditation on the breath. Even the Buddha used mindfulness of the breathing to achieve his goal. After his enlightenment, the Buddha described how he had previously practiced extreme self-discipline by manipulating his breath in arcane and special ways. But he discovered that he could not get rid of the impurities but holding his breath or altering his breathing in. So he gave up breath control exercise and followed his own middle way. In the gathering thus on the night he would attain enlightenment, the Buddha asked himself, what subject of meditation should I practice? Then he remembered, when I was shy, I used the breath. Let me use the breath again. So he focused his mind on the breath, just as it was. After long hours of unwavering mindfulness and deep concentration, everything became clear to him. The last of his negative mental habits disappeared, and he reached enlightenment full and completely liberation from suffering. But he remembered in those when he was a child, 7 years old, he used to practice another type of concentration, not the type of concentration that most of the people practice. Most of the people practice we call the first type of concentration. We call Alamanupanishan. Alamanupanishan is a type of concentration that the mind and the breath harmony into one. This type of concentration make only calm down. But when in that day he discovered that he used the concentration another type that we call Lakhanupanishan. Lakhanupanishan is a second type of concentration that the mind can separate itself to be the knower. So this is the key to make the Buddha enlightenment. He can separate his mind apart from the breath. The breath is a breath. The mind is a mind. The mind is one who observes the breath. So we call this type of the mind the knower. That I will teach you more in the detail. What is the knower and how to practice to be the knower. So this is the type of this is a key of practice Cittanupassana that the Luang Por Pramod Pamosho he teach us. So I will teach you more from. If you want to study more, please pay attention to the teaching of Luang Por Pramod Pamosho. Now we will continue to about the breathing. The Buddha's instruction. In one of the most important suttas, the Buddha explained in detail how to practice mindfulness of breathing. He suggested that people go to the quiet place, such as a forest or a house with few noises, somewhere they have undisturbed solitude and can withdraw from everyday concerns. There, he said, begin and establish mindfulness in front. By these words, he doesn't mean that we should place our attention on what is in front of us in space. It's not in space. In front is mean in the now, in time, not the space. We focus on the present moment. We cannot live in the past, nor can we live in the future. Even when we remember something that happened in the past, understand that the memory is occurring now. The only place and time truly available to us is right here and right now. For this reason, we establish mindfulness by paying attention to this very instance of breathing in and breathing out. Having established in the mind in the present moments, the Buddha continued, sit in a comfortable posture with the body straight, upright but not uptight. Then focus the mind on the breath, going in and going out in front. That I will explain more about this. If we focus on the breath itself, inhale and exhale, what is happened when you focus in the breath? Or if you change the focus point in the mind who know the breath, there will be something different that I will explain more. Among these other things, we become aware that sometimes the breath is long, sometimes short. These variations are natural. If we watch the baby sleeping, we observe that the baby breathes for a while in a regular rhythm. Then she takes a long breath. Then she goes back to her previous rhythm. As the Buddha explains, when we breathe in long, we understand I breathe in long. When breathe out long, we understand I breathe out long. Breathing in short, we understand I breathe in short. Breathing out short, we understand I breathe out short. This advice can be misinterpreted to mean that we should force ourselves to take long inhales, breaths, or long exhale breaths, or short inhale breaths, or short exhale breath. But when we deliberately after the duration, our breathing does not follow its natural rhythm. Soon we get tired. Meditation on the breath is not breathing exercise. We are simply using the breath as a point of focus to cultivate mindfulness. As we discover when we pay attention to its natural rhythm, The breath becomes calm. Simultaneously, the mind quiets down. It all happens naturally. Mindfulness itself makes the breath relax. Any force is counterproductive. Agitating or extra effort makes our breathing speed up. When this happens, we pay attention to the fast breathing and notice the agitation. Then we relax the mind and the agitation disappears by itself. We also notice that when we inhale and exhale with mindfulness, we experience the feeling of each breath. The sensation changes as the breath changes. So we observe the changes breath and the changing sensation. We find, for instance, that sometimes the breath is shallow. Other times it is deep. Sometimes it is easy to breathe. Other times not so easy. We watch these variations. Along with this, we notice another pattern of subject feeling, a little bit of anxiety and relief of anxiety, pressure and release of pressure. For instance, mindfulness helps us notice that when the lungs are full of air, we feel a slight pressure to tension in our lungs. As we breathe out, this tension is slowly released. But when there is no more air in our lungs, we experience a degree of anxiety because there is no air in our lungs. So we breathe it again, and these anxieties fades away. As it does, we experience a degree of pressure, but also the return of pressure. Of course, we have to pay total attention to the cycle of breathing to notice these changes. We soon discover that there is no escape from them. We inhale and experience pressure and then tension. We exhale and experience release, but also anxiety. But even this pattern has much to teach. When we experience tension, we remind ourselves not to disappoint it. When we experience pressure, we remember not to attach to it. So as we breathe in and out, we strive to maintain equanimity, a balanced mind. We remind ourselves that our underlying preference for present feeling often arises from desire, which can lead to greed for sensual pleasure. But when we crave pleasure, we always end up suffering because, like all impermanent things, pressure eventually changes or disappears. We also remember that our underlying tendency to avoid unpleasant feeling often arises from resentment, which can lead to anger. We observe these tendencies, our greed and our anger, and then let them go, returning our attention to the breath. Now go to the next chapter, the breath body. We also pay attention to how we feel at the beginning, the middle, and the end of each in-breath and out-breath. This awareness of the entire breathing cycle is called mindfulness of the breath body. While the mind is engaged with the breath body, the mind and the breath are relaxed. When they are relaxed, the rest of our body is also relaxed. This is so because the breath is part of the body. Paying attention to the breath body is an aspect of being mindful of the body in the body, as the Buddha recommends. Mindfulness helps us see that the breath and the body are not completely separate. We experience the relationship between the breath and body when we notice the rising and falling of the abdomen during the breathing cycle. As some meditation teachers suggest, when we breathe in, the abdomen expands, and when we breathe out, it contracts. But actually, the movement of the abdomen is the second state of the body's rising and falling. The first stage occurs at the tip of the nose. Inhaling is rising and exhaling is falling. With mindfulness, we notice in the microscopic way our body's expansion or rising as we breathe in, and contraction or falling as we breathe out. To practice mindfulness breathing, however, we need awareness only of the expansion and contraction in our own body. Now go to the next chapter. The benefit gains from samatha meditation practice. The benefit that come from samatha meditation, there are a lot of many benefits. A well-developed mind brings about happiness in life. This mental development leading to high level and subtle happiness can be effectively achieved by practicing tranquil meditation or samatha meditation. It has been confirmed through scientific study and verifications that there are numerous benefits can be gained from samatha meditation or tranquil meditation. The practice is useful in 1. Promoting physical and mental relaxation and health. 2. Overcoming stress and strain in life. 3. Developing a mind with a complete freedom. 4. Lowering the level of high blood pressure. 5. Increasing self-confidence. 6. Enhancing good personality. 7. Improving memory. 8. Increasing the learning power. 9. Improving the effectiveness of job performance. 10. Making effective use of time. 11. Enhancing creativity. 12. Contributing to give up of drinking and smoking habits, as well as drug abuse. 13. Lessening worries and anxieties. 14. Enriching one's life with subtle happiness and tranquility. 15. Acquiring initiative and creative wisdom highly beneficial to one's life. 16. Relieving physical and mental suffering and leading of the mind and body of certain illness. Okay, this is the benefit that come from practice samatha or tranquil meditation. Now, next chapter we will talk about samatha concentration. We practice by use the breath. In our monastery, Wat Pa Tham Bo, we recommend to use the breath and together with the mantra Buddho. Buddho is a name that discovered by Ajahn Man or Luang Pu Man that introduced use the mantra and together with the breath. This is in the chapter of the Kayanupassana. The purpose of Kayanupassana or use the breath is the object, is to make your mind calm down and peaceful, and to study about the first type of samadhi, which will bring your mind to rest and in peaceful state. The first kind of samadhi is called object examination or alamanupanishan. This is when there is just one object of attention and the mind sticks to this object and is slender still. This mind is very focused and peaceful in this state. An example is meditation on breathing. The mind moves down into the breath and clings to it, the first type of samadhi. Object examination is accomplished during calmness meditation, otherwise known as samatha meditation. Even using the mind itself as an object of meditation can bring us into the type of samadhi. How to practice? 1. To begin practice, you should sit in a comfortable position. cross leg on the floor or on the chair. It is important to sit up straight to assist your breathing. Make it easier to observe in-breath or inhalation and out-breath or exhalation. 2. Once seated, pay attention to and focus in your nose only. When you're breathing in, you say with yourself, "Bud," and when you're breathing out, you say to yourself, "Do." Just be aware when you are inhaling or exhaling. You may take a deep breath for a couple of times and then let it go normally and naturally. 3. Observe your inhalation and exhalation when it's long breath and sometimes it's short. And observe the feeling when you have a long breath and short breath. How is it different? You see the difference between in long and in short, out long and out short. 4. Observe the areas that your inhalation make a contact in your nostril, and you see it clear when you breathe in. Observe the area that your exhalation make a contact when you breathe out. After this, fix on one spot that you feel your inhalation and exhalation touch this spot every time. You pay attention in this spot only. And then keep on breathing in, Bud, breathing out, Do. 5. The technique of the practice samatha is that the meditation object that we choose should make the mind happy and the mind should enjoy watching it. If our mind likes the breath and feel good watching the breath, then we use the breath. If it feels good with the mantra Buddha, then we use the mantra. Whatever we do, the mind has to be comfortable and like being with that object. When the mind is very happy with something, it will stay with it. It won't go anywhere else on its own. This is the attitude we need in order to bring the mind into peaceful states of absorption, concentration on jhana. Relax. Anyone who just come in, you may take a rest for a few minutes, drink some water. Anyone who ready, prepare in your seat. Sit, relax, close eye, หลับตาลงเบาๆ Close eye, feel attention to your body. Feel. Now close eye, pay attention to your head. Feel in your head, feel. You may feel that your body just like a mass. This mass is sitting, cross legs, sitting, or sit on the chair. It doesn't matter, you can sit on the chair. Close eye, pay attention to your head. Now, move your mind to your eyes. Pay attention to your eyes. Feel in your eyes. From your eyes, move down to your nose. Feel in your nose. From your nose, move down to your mouth. Feel in your mouth. From your mouth, go to your neck. Observe your neck. Relax. Relax your neck. We used to feel, no need to think. Now we don't think, we just feel. Practice to feel. Feel in your neck. From your neck, go to right shoulder. Feel in right shoulder. When you feel, the mind who think will stop. We practice to feel in right shoulder. Right shoulder, move down to your right elbow. Feel in right elbow รู้สึกตัวไปที่ข้อศอกขวา Feel in right elbow right elbow move down to your right hand feel in right hand รู้สึกไปที่มือขวา practice to feel no need to think เนาะ when you feel you cannot think when you think you cannot feel you practice to feel from right hand change to your left shoulder feel in left shoulder รู้สึกไปที่มือไหล่ซ้าย left shoulder move down to your left elbow feel in left elbow move down to your left hand feel in left hand รู้สึกไปที่มือซ้าย from left hand change to feel in right leg from hip move down to your right knee feel practice to feel in right knee move down to your right foot practice to feel in right foot because when you feel the mind change to be the two note in right foot from right foot change to your left leg from hip feel to your left knee move down to your left foot feel in left foot รู้สึกไปที่เท้าซ้ายจากเท้าซ้ายเราต้องสแกนร่างกายเราขึ้นไปที่ศีรษะเหมือนเดิม from left foot we will scan your body back to your head begin from left foot move up to your left knee feel your left knee move up to your left hip เลื่อนขึ้นไปรู้ที่สะโพกซ้าย left hip change to your right foot move up to your right knee จากเท้าขวาเลื่อนขึ้นไปรู้ที่เข่าขวา right knee move up to your right hip right hip change จากสะโพกขวาเปลี่ยนไปรู้ที่มือซ้าย go to your left hand move up to your left elbow move up to your left shoulder change to your right hand move up to your right elbow move up to your right shoulder go to the middle of your chest ลองไปดูที่กลางหน้าอกนะกึ่งกลางหน้าอกลองไปดูตรงนั้น the middle of the chest now go to your neck เลื่อนขึ้นไปรู้ที่คอ neck go to mouth ไปรู้ที่ปาก mouth go to nose ไปรู้ที่จมูก nose go to eyes ไปรู้ที่ตา eyes finish at your head ไปจบที่ศีรษะ now you feel the whole body sitting feel ทำความรู้สึกตัวว่ากายนั่งอยู่ aware the whole body The body is sitting. The body that you call I am now is sitting in Wat Pa Tham Bua in Thailand. No? If your mind goes somewhere else, bring it back. Just know that your body is in the now. The body is sitting. The body breathe in, feel it. The body breathe out, feel it. ร่างกายเป็นคนหายใจรู้สึกตัวเมื่อร่างกายหายใจเข้ารู้สึกตัวร่างกายหายใจออกรู้สึกตัว body breathe out, feel the body. Body breathe in, feel the body. Body breathe out, feel the body out. We keep feel like this. When you keep feel, this means your mind come to know. เวลาเราฝึกรู้สึกตัวเนี่ยจิตมันเป็นคนรู้ในกายเรียบร้อยแล้วนี่คือจิตที่ดี This is a good quality of mind. This moment you have mindful and you have awareness. You have the good quality of the mind when you feel your body. เวลาเรารู้สึกตัวเราจะได้ทั้งสติและสัมปชัญญะพร้อมกันเนาะเราฝึกอย่างนี้หายใจเข้ารู้สึกตัวหายใจออกรู้สึกตัวฝึกทำความรู้สึกตัวฝึกสติเราจะได้สมาธิ We practice mindful we will get the concentration that I teach you concentration this is we call อุปจารสมาธิอุปจารสมาธิ We will pay attention to your breath like this Okay we will practice in 35 minutes